Hello, I'm eagerly waiting for my good friend Maddie of Maddie Sews. She and her husband and little boy are coming to visit for a few days, and I am so excited for their visit. I don't know if we're going to do any filming together, but we are certainly going to have a lot of fun. I'm back from visiting my kids and the grandchildren, and I want to show you what I've been working on. It's not been a lot. I haven't been home for quite a full week yet, but I did make some headway. One of the things is a bit of a redo. I made this shirt. You notice I've taken the sleeves out for my middle grandson, and I have a few things to say about this. This is the Robert shirt by Children's Corner, and I think I want to find out if the funkiness in the sleeves was me tracing the sleeve pattern off wrong. I printed it out in two sizes. I printed out an 8 and a 10. My grandson's 6, but he is tall for his age, and I wasn't sure which size I was going to use. I should have gone with the 10 because this is a little too small for him and it's too big for the 4-year-old. So I do have time to fix this. I have more of this fabric, so I decided I would take out the sleeves because everything else about this shirt is perfect. It is a very simple, quick sew, and I want to give this pattern a solid chance. I do have another one that I'm going to try out for little boys. I asked Amelia from Sew Amelia what she used for her boys, and I will be trying out the Bayfield by Little Lizard King. And before I head on to that pattern, I want to recut these sleeves. I'm going to print out just the size 8 so there's no misunderstanding of what line is which. They do print the seam allowance on the pattern, so I had the seam allowance for the 8, the 10, along with the cut lines, and it was one that I had to paste together. So I'm going to give this another shot. I will say about Children's Corner, I've sewn several of their patterns. I do find that they run a little bit on the small side. And given that my kids and my grandchildren run a lot on the large size, as in being very tall, I usually do size up 1 full size and sometimes 2. In the case of this Robert shirt, I should have gone up 2 sizes. But never fear, the youngest grandson will be happy to wear this probably next year. So that's the first thing that I started, was I unpicked the sleeves. I had serged them. It's not going to take too much time to redo that, and I want to get it done. Part of it's a point of pride because I can put in a set-in sleeve. I did a set-in sleeve way before I did a sew on the flat sleeve, so I want to give that another try. The next thing I've made is connected to a future make, and that is I finally started on the Lyra. I've only gotten so far on it. Let me get it for you. This is as far as I have gotten. I've got the bodice all put together, and the only thing I've left on the bodice is to hem the sleeves. Yeah, I have not stitched the sleeves. Stitch the sleeves down. I might wait until I have this all constructed before I do that, because sometimes I find that the sleeve hits in an awkward place. So I've got everything cut out, so it's the skirt, the pockets. I will gather the skirt into this, hem it, and it'll be done. Of course, you don't put the pockets on, but that won't take too much time. The lion's share of the dress is completed, and I just want to show you this fabric. I absolutely adore this fabric. Now, I bought this fabric when I thought my color season was a winter, and it was black. And when I chose it, I thought, well, these other colors aren't in my color family, but it'll have enough black to take away from that. And of course, if you follow me, you know I'm a calm autumn, and these other colors work much better for me than the black. I did want to try the Lyra out, and I love this fabric so much. I don't care if black is not the best for me. This is it is such a striking fabric. It's a Lady McElroy. And please tell me if you know officially from the Lady McElroy people, is it McElroy or McElroy? I tried looking up on the website and I couldn't see anything specific about the pronunciation. It's a cotton lawn, and I think it's called New York. I'll put it down here. I'll look it up and see what it is called. But the fabric is a fantastic quality, and look at this print. I knew I wanted to do something that would show off this large scale print. We've got these fashionable women walking. We've got the Empire State Building there. Let me see if you can see that. I just think this fabric is so cool. And the reason I wanted to try out the Lyra, other than, yes, I know I'm late to the party and so many people in the sewing community love this pattern, is I wanted something that would show off a large scale fabric. And my fabric that I got from Minerva for my June makes is so fantastic. Let me show you. I think this fabric is fantastic. It speaks to me. I had to have it when it was one of my choices of what I could pick from. And after receiving this, I realized it is both large and small scale. So I think it would work with many patterns. Let me make sure I've got it the right way around. I just love this. It's called, I think, Byzantium, and it is a rayon or a viscose challis. It's in the EcoVera line, and I will link all the information about this fabric. But this print, I just love the kind of old world style to this. It just speaks to me. And as you can see, we have some really large scale buildings here, and then we have some really small ones. So I thought of the Lyra at first for this because I wanted something that wouldn't break up the pattern. But now that I've received the fabric, I think there are several things that I could do with this because it's both large and small in scale. Let me see how much I ordered. I was gifted 3.3 meters as a Minerva Brand Ambassador. And now I'm wondering, is there something else I might want to do with this fabric? I am going to be sewing this up soon. I'd love to hear what you think I should make with this. I'm a little bit torn. Should I keep with my original plan and make a shirt dress? I was kind of thinking I might make a cord set. I was really thinking maybe making a Donnie shirt. This is the Donnie shirt by Friday Pattern Company. I can't believe I've only made one of these. I love this top. I wear this more than any other top or blouse I have sewn. Part of it's this beautiful Dashwood Studio fabric, but also the style, it goes with so much. So I was thinking maybe making the Donnie top and the Sabina skirt as a cord set. Then I could wear them as separates, or I could wear them together, or just a really fantastic dress. I have 3.3 meters, so I do have options. Let me know what you think I should make with this. I got two fabrics from Minerva for this month, and the other one is a very simple, it's a poly cotton water resistant fabric in this bottle green colorway, and I'm going to make the Merchant and Mills costermonger bag. I think that bag is so cute, so handy. I wanted to make one for both of my daughters-in-law. They don't watch my channel, so this is no spoiler, for Christmas. And I'm trying to do a little sewing ahead of time so that I'm not as pushed come November and December when there's so many things to do with family. I don't want to be holed up in the sewing room with a deadline. Now, don't get me wrong. I love to be up here in the sewing room, but I don't want to be missing out on family activities because I procrastinated making some of my Christmas gifts. So this fabric, it's got a nice weight to it. It reminds me of those old-fashioned school bags. I had a school bag made out of fabric very similar to this when I was a kid. And I think this is going to be very durable, very sturdy. And let me show you how nice and stiff this is. So this is the wrong side. It has that coating on it. And I think this is going to make a great bag. Now, my friend Madi is bringing me some leather straps she cut for me. All of these bags will have leather straps, and I'm going to be putting rivets in, some nice hardware. So I think it's going to be a really nice gift. It's a week later. I've made zero progress on my Lyra dress, but Madi and I worked very hard in the sewing room. And don't let that make any of you sewing friends afraid to come visit me. Madi was very happy to pitch in, and she got first dibs on my Destash. We went through all of my fabric and some of my notions, and I was pretty ruthless with my fabric. I don't have any bad fabric. It's all really good quality. I just had too much, and I had too many notions. Some of this stemming from when I used to teach sewing classes, and some from the pandemic when I would order something that say it wasn't available. I would order something again, and the next thing you know, I got it 2 or 3 times. I have zippers. We'll just leave it at that. I emptied 5 bins of fabric. And before you're too impressed with that or shocked that I had that much fabric, not all of my containers were full. I had some cubes that were partially full, but I was ruthless, and Madi helped me with that. For the most part, I went through it quickly. It was a lot, but I would pull it up, decide I wasn't going to be sewing that anytime soon. I needed to release it so that somebody would sew it, and it wouldn't just be here in my sewing room. I'm going to bring my bin of fabrics to a sew vacation with my sew sisters, and I'm going to let them go through it, and whatever they don't want, I think I'm just going to donate. So yes, I am the person who, when you go to Goodwill and you find something so fantastic you can't believe it and you wonder who donated it, it would have been me. I just don't have the time or patience to list all of these fabrics for sale. You don't get a huge return on your investment, and I kind of like to just get things out, and donating is the way Charlie and I usually go. Madi did wonder if she was going to have room in the truck for all of their vacation things plus my excess sewing goods, but they did fine. They're home safe, and we had the best time together. It wasn't all work in the sewing room. We went to the beach. We took her 7-year-old to the playground and just had a really good time. I'm glad he enjoyed his time here. I kind of made sure that I spent a lot of attention and time with him so that he would want to come back. I know Madi wants to come back, and I want to go see her. Sewing friends are the best. If you haven't made those connections, just reach out. Madi and I have been friends for maybe going on 4 years. And it just takes reaching out, getting to know each other. And we probably chatted for 1.5 years, maybe 2 before we met in person, and then Zoom in together regularly. Now I have one of the dearest friends a person could ask for. So reach out to other sewists and join the community. I really wanted to get my fabric stash to where it all fits on these shelves here. I don't have one of those 32-liter cubes on every spot available, but I have 3, 6, 9, I have 11. And I would like to also bring that down. My goal is to get where I just buy fabric for the projects I'm sewing. That's where I was a long time ago when I first started sewing, and the stash has just been building and building. I'm trying to be mindful and not just to get the fabric because it's beautiful. I want to have a project in mind, get the fabric, sew it, and move on to the next one. There's always going to be beautiful fabric that you're going to love, and I really need to get past the feel that if I don't get it now, I'm going to miss this opportunity, because I know from past experience something else is going to really catch my heart and make me want to sew with it. There's not going to be an end to gorgeous fabric that I want to make into something in particular. I really want to get this video out before it's too long, so maybe in another video I'll show you what's in my Destash box. I have a large bin full of patterns that I have paid for. Some of them are your regular paper pattern size, and some were PDFs that I bought, I printed. Some I toiled, and some I just never made. And I need to move them out of my sewing room. I am very thankful that I have a very large sewing room, but my personality is one that I like space. And right now I look around my sewing room and I see too much stuff, and I feel better when I don't have as much. And so I've got a bin full of patterns and a large bin full of fabrics. I'll show you a little snippet of what I'm destashing in another video, but for now, I would love to know, what do you think I should make with this gorgeous Byzantium fabric, this challis? I really do like it. I'm kind of leaning towards a cord set, but I can definitely be convinced otherwise. I really appreciate when you give me your feedback and your opinions, even if I don't always take them. I do appreciate and would love to know what I should make from this. I'm gonna go edit this, and I'll see you soon.